Okay, so good morning, sir. My name is Rafika Taluma. I am from English Education Department. I'm going to do this recording for final exam that you asked me to do so. So check it out. Maybe this is my name. This is my NPM. This is my major.
I wandered lonely as a cloud by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of the bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the...
Okay, the speaker of this poem is an adult who is reflecting on a previous experience of having witnessed a field of daffodils planted and amassed beside the lake. There were so many daffodils there that it was assumed numbers, and they caught up his attention and made it such a memorable experience, along with the movement of the daffodils and the breeze. And also we have here from lines 9 through 12 emphasize the sheer numbers of the daffodils, and Wordsworth uses hyperbole when he says 10,000 saw I at a glance, against just emphasize how many daffodils there were in a blanket of yellow that covered the situation. And the poem involved a speaker who is obviously looking back on a moment in his life in natures, and this connection he has with natures. And if we go to the final stanza here of the poem, so we shift in time and we go to present time, where the speakers, he says, on his couch he lays, it's the vacant, his mind is clear with pensive mood, yes. And is it in this moment that this vision of the daffodils, a flash of hands and bird eye, which he calls the place, the joy of the solitude, of the joy of being alone, and interpreted in word art to be his mind. This beautiful imagery of blanket of daffodils comes to him. And so by the final line of the poem, the field, and then my heart of pleasure fills and dance with the daffodil, signal to us that is he still, even though this experience is past, he's still getting pleasure from it. It's something he can call to mind, and it fills his heart with the beginning line of one word, and lonely as a cloud that float on height over vales and hills. And we of course have the image of the cloud moving through the sky. We also had a simile, the comparison of the speakers himself to the cloud and his movement through natures, and how he seems to be maybe drifting, perhaps he's on a walk or some course of the daffodil itself. And the visual imagery continues in the last stanza. We have description of the colors of the daffodils. He uses the word golden, and then we have some kinesthetic imagery mm, deal with emotion and movement, and not so much of a person here, but of the daffodils. And he used the word fluttering and dancing. And dancing catches my attention. This is dancing catches my attention. We think about person dancing. We could question personify the daffodils, or yes, or he is just have such a very beautiful movement. More visual imagery could be the stars appear, the stars of the Milky Way. It's emphasizing the stretching of the fields, daffodils itself. Of course, the waves, waves, and the visual imagery, the waves, the sparkling. Although he said the beauty of the daffodils was more so other than sparkling waves. And we also have the imagery like mortification and continuous natures of this field through phrases like continuous stars that shine. Which one? Yeah, I never know. And then 10,000 saw island lands. The overall tone is positive or word in third stanza, like gauge or concatenation means cheerfulness, something like that. I would place overall of this poem positive, that this was an experience that was enjoyable to him and wondered he still take a pleasure from, he remember it well, and so as someone looking back on it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you take some good message from this video. So sorry for my mistake.